Alright, so this is going to be a little choppy and changey here. I did run over time on that video. I talked too much, which if anyone knows me, knows it all the time. So YouTube only gives me 15 minutes per video. That last one actually ran over 15 itself. So this is just a little intermission to explain why my little dialogue was running quite uninterrupted and had to be cut in half so it would fit in with a day. And let's insert this one in to explain that. So now back to whatever I was rambling about in the other video. My apologies for the chop and change. Where does this trail go? Over there. And then a more realistic base weight is everything that's not food or water, because food or water changes drastically day to day. But there are other consumable items which don't change quite so rapidly, which you end up carrying for most of the time anyway. So examples of that would be your first aid kit. My first aid kit's pretty much entirely technically consumable, although I very rarely consume anything out of it. Other things, hand sanitizer, sunscreen, toilet paper, wet wipes, fuel for your stove, things like that don't really change weight very much. So when I added those into the mix to get a more realistic idea of what my equipment weighs before food and water, it took me to about 18 and a half pounds. So that's about another 2 pounds of consumable stuff, which doesn't get consumed very often. So then, I'm just gonna cover my face with the sun. After that, I added in my Sierra equipment, the extra equipment I'm carrying in this section that I wouldn't be carrying really anywhere else. So that includes the ice axe, the bear canister, my micro spikes, and then I also added in some DEET spray, some bug spray, some rain gloves, and some warmer. I have some warmer gloves now. And once I added that into the mix, I was at 23 pounds. So we'll call that just over 10 kilos. So realistically, my base weight of all the stuff which is not food or water that I'm carrying is about 10 and a half kilos, or 23 pounds. Then for fun, once I've done my resupply, I got my 8 days of food. I weighed my 8 days of food and it weighed 20.5 pounds. So about 8.6 kilos. And that's quite heavy. Some people would be surprised. Some people out here would be surprised by how heavy that is, but what can I say? I eat a lot of food and I don't do the whole calories per ounce calculations that some people do. Some people don't care what their food is. They're all just about the calories. I try and achieve a balance somewhere between real food and junk food. And I just eat what I want to eat, and I don't like being hungry. So if I find myself getting hungry with what I've allocated for a section, the next section I just put in more food. So far that's been working well, and I just suck it up and carry it. So basically that means up this hill I've just walked up, I was at about 45 pounds, or 20, I don't know, call it 20 kilos. So it's not too bad, it's bearable, but it's definitely on the heavy side, and I'm looking forward to it going down. For comparison, this particular pack I'm carrying from Z-Packs, they say is rated to carry 40 pounds. So I'm just over, 5 pounds over what the pack's supposed to be rated to carry. I have, for my own comfort, from the start, had an extra shoulder padding and extra lumbar spine padding as well, which I think if it doesn't increase the carrying capacity, it certainly increases the comfort while carrying a heavier load. And on that note, so my pack was breaking last section, and once I got to town, I was pretty stressed about it. Bishop's a really good town, has a lot of gear stores. So the first thing I did when I got there, well, the first afternoon, I was just so overwhelmed by all the different stuff I was trying to buy: the new stove, new knife, new gloves, new sandals, a new pack. But I actually didn't really achieve anything the first afternoon. I think I just bought a new knife and some new gloves. I got that done. The next morning, I got up early and jumped online, bought the new stove. I just copied Nono's setup exactly, the exact same stove, exact same pot and everything as her now, because hers is lightweight, and I've been watching her use it for a couple of months now, so that's what I wanted. Then I was down to packs. So the first thing I did was I emailed Z-Packs. Now, I haven't had a problem with Z-Packs before. I have a lot of their gear. I have almost everything they make. They're the most expensive gear on the market, but they're also the lightest gear on the market, and almost no one can compete with them on weight. Durability, another issue. But so I was pretty gutted with my pack started breaking, because it is my favorite piece of gear that I have from Z-Packs. I love this pack. So I got into town and started researching what other packs were available. I emailed Z-Packs, but they don't have a... What drags them now is they don't have a phone number you ring. You cannot ring Z-Packs. You can't talk to them. You can only email correspond with them. And during peak through hike season, they're pretty busy. So I sent them an email. It was a very nice email. I think it's all in the approach. And I explained that I was a PCT hiker. I was currently where I was. I explained that I know my pack was actually out of warranty already. I've had it for longer than a year, but I have only done a few overnighters plus this much of the PCT with it. Gave them the links to the order numbers, partially because to make their life easier, and also partially so they could see how much gear I bought when I bought this pack and how much I spent with them. And anyway, I didn't demand a new pack. I didn't demand they fix it. I didn't do anything like that. I just said, hey, what options are available? You know, and I just left it to them, whether they turn around and said, well, you can buy a new pack, or you can buy this part, or whatever, or we'll fix it if you can pay us. I don't know what the options were going to be. I just left it in their court, and then went shopping, because there's a lot of bad people don't like Z-Packs a lot of the time just because of customer service, and it is frustrating. I get that. So anyway, I went shopping. Excuse me. And was checking out all the packs, and I looked online. I was trying packs on, and I was doing all the math on, well, how much does this pack cost? How much does this pack weigh? How much can this pack carry? And the main feature that I wanted, that I really like, is the fact that there is an arch between my back and the pack. There's an air gap there, which just lets your back breathe, and I'm a big fan of that. So it was, I was pretty like, yeah, the other packs that were available didn't have that except for the Osprey, and in the end I didn't love any other packs. It would have been a pretty sad decision to buy one of them. So one morning, actually, the guy that works at one of the stores was staying in the same hostel as me, and we had a look at the pack in the morning, and for some reason I'd never actually really even tried too hard to fix it. I'd seen the damage and gone, well, that's stuffed. I'd never really had a crack at fixing it. And while I was showing him it, I spotted how easily it could be fixed, the problem, or at least enough to buy me some more time. So I made the adjustment, got the pack back in working shape, applied a bunch of duct tape to the problem area, the area being basically what causes the pack to flex and give it that arch, which gives my back the space. That's where the webbing was tearing through. And it was about 90% tore through on both sides. So it was really close to breaking. I didn't realize it was that close. I thought it was about half, but it was really broken. But we were able to shift the back section down, pull through some fresh webbing, and then duct tape the hell out of the area to stop it rubbing. And I figured that was a good temporary fix. That'll buy me some time. I don't know how far it'll get me, but it keeps me using the pack I love. And then, so a day and a half after I emailed them, so it takes some time. Like it's a process, but a day and a half after I emailed them with an urgent subject title, which is what they want. They do say if it's urgent, you know, place big capital words urgent in the subject title, which I did. So a day and a half they got back. Lisa from Z-Packs got back and said, hey, no problem, we're really sorry you're having such dramas. Let us know where you're going to be on these dates, which was about a week and a half, 2 weeks away, and we'll have a new pack waiting there for you. I mean, that couldn't have been a better response from Z-Packs. I was so ecstatic with it, the fact that they would just, yeah, new pack, we'll send it, just let us know where you want it sent for these dates, where are you going to be, and you can pick it up. Which, I mean, that's great customer service. I don't know, I hear people getting bad experiences, but Z-Packs they've come to the table for me again, and I responded very happily, so I was so happy with their response. And what's the word I want to use? I guess in the spirit of it, or because the response was so good, I didn't feel the need to get everything I need out of them. So I just said, hey, you know what? Right now, I don't need a new pack. I've come up with a workaround myself. I actually really just need this one small part. If you can send me the new back mesh section with the straps attached, I can swap that in myself and my pack is good to go. I actually am quite attached to this pack now. There's no need for new ones, this is one small part. So yeah, sure enough, I got a reply the next day, no problem. I told them where to send it and they're sending the new piece up ahead for me, and when I get to Mammoth I'll be able to swap in that new part and my pack will be brand new again. Plus, just again with the excellent customer service, they said the offer of a new pack stands. So they said for the remainder of this through hike, so the next 4 months I'm out here, I've got a new pack waiting to go basically. They said, yep, if you have any more dramas, we'll send you the new pack. So, I mean, I think that's just, as far as good customer service goes, that's about as good as it gets. The only thing which could improve on that would be if you could ring them and just have that conversation over the phone in 10 minutes rather than spread out with emails over 3 days. But, you know, I'm happy enough, I'm stoked. Like, so Lee Series E-Packs, thank you very much. Could not be happier, and we'll continue to sing the praises of Z-Packs on trail to everyone who has had a terrible experience. Because it's not all bad, I don't know, maybe I just get lucky. So yeah, oh shit. This video has gone over 15 minutes. That's a problem because YouTube only gives me 15 minutes. So I'll have to do some editing for once and try and split this thing up. Yeah, well, that's about all the news there actually, and I've completely lost my train of thought. Better for Glen Pass tomorrow morning. Got new gear. We'll film more videos and we'll ramble endlessly throughout them. But for now, I guess I'll go back to hiking. Alright, catch you later. And I just thought of something else too. The other night while in town, I went to the movies, which is something I don't really do at home, but something I've obviously done a lot in my life. And it was kind of bizarre, doing such a normal thing, like just going to the movies. And I found it really odd because, you know, I just had 4 days in town, and I remember sitting there in the cinema thinking, I can't believe like tomorrow I'm gonna hike back up a mountain into this giant unknown of this next section where there's been so much talk and fear and uncertainty about what's coming. It's not just trail, we don't know what state the trail is in and how much snow it's buried under and how hard it's going to be to negotiate it safely. There's also some pretty wild creek crossings and it's going to be interesting. So it was such a bizarre feeling to sit there and do something so normal as to go to the movies and then think about the fact that the next day I'll be hiking up this hill I've just hiked up. But now that I'm up over that pass and I've got a decent layer of mountains between me and every other town in the world, it feels good again. I was nervous about it, unsure how it would feel, but yeah, it feels really good to be surrounded by mountains again. And well, you know, as much as I would kind of like it just to be clear straight the whole way, a bit of an adventure is good too, so hopefully it's the right amount of adventure. Pushes the comfort zones a little bit, but not too much. And we have a good trip. And maybe I'll go and see a movie again in Mammoth. It was good. It's something I don't do in day-to-day life, but as a change, it was really enjoyable. Deadpool too. Very funny. This is why I wanted the sandals. So now when I get into camp, I can wear my warm clothes and put some socks on and still get around without having to try and wear flip-flops with socks. Because through 2 pairs of socks, flip-flops and socks do not work. And now I can commit the fashion crime every day of socks and sandals.